The topic that I have chosen is Tribal Heritage Museum. The topic is selected based on the suitability of the site and the place, which is in Tawang, Arunachal Pradesh. I was born and grew up in Tawang, hence I have always observed the rich tribal heritage and diversity of the state. The tribal culture and lifestyle is still practiced today, but over the years the tribes and their practices are declining and will go extinct in the near future. So the only solution to this problem is to preserve the heritage, and the best way to achieve this is through a museum. Arunachal Pradesh, also known as the land of the rising sun, is the largest state of northeast India. The state is rich in tribal diversity and consists of more than 100 tribes, but only 10 tribes are included in the design, as these 10 tribes are the major tribes. Here, a study on different aspects of the tribal lifestyle is done to arrive at a conclusion about the different types of exhibits to be used in the museum galleries. The live case study is Don Bosco Center for Indigenous Cultures in Shillong, Meghalaya. Designed by architect Vivek Verma, the built-up area is 9,000 square meters. The concept of the project was to preserve and exhibit the knowledge about the indigenous cultures of Northeast India. The built form is that of a rising flame, expressing the reality that if cultures are understood well, they can form a communion of culture for a better society. The heat dissipation is through the central atrium, which is also the circulation core of the building. The climate of Shillong is subtropical highland climate. The summers are cool and rainy, while the winters are cool and dry. Hence, an air conditioning system is not required. Only artificial lighting is used. The movement is confusing because of lack of signages. Random arrangement of galleries without following any pattern is done. No proper ventilation is given. Motion control lighting is used for energy saving. Coffered ceilings are used. The literature case study is Tribal Museum in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, designed by architect Revati Kamath with a built-up area of 10,286 square meters. The architecture is inspired by tribal rhythm, geometries, materials, forms, aesthetics, and spatial consciousness. The structure is built of steel tubes, castellated girders, and steel rods fabricated into intricate steel trusses. The circulation is in such a way that it depicts the different stages of tribal life. The different levels are connected through ramps. Both natural and artificial lighting is used. The build form is like a typical tribal hut type structure. Courtyards are given for lighting and ventilation. The exhibits are created by the tribal artisans. Large and bigger halls provide the sufficient space to display big things and yet maintain the circulation easy. The next literature study is the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, United States. The concept was to design a museum which will depict the sufferings of the African American people. The circulation is through ramps and escalators, which leads the visitors to vast column-free space. Natural lighting is used predominantly. For the levels below ground, an oculus is used which brings diffuse light inside. The entire building is wrapped in an ornamental bronze lattice that is a historical reference to African American craftsmanship. The next literature study is the Tibet Intangible Cultural Heritage Museum in Lhasa, China. The built-up area is 6,800 square meters. The concept was to establish a culturally symbiotic relationship with Tibet's important historic buildings such as the Potala Palace and the Jokhang Temple, thus forming among them a dialogue across both time and space. The circulation is inspired by the prototype of zigzag footpath of Potala Palace. It is transformed into a spatial circulation rising from the entrance of the site to the building and spiraling up inside the museum. Natural lighting is used by giving skylights in double height spaces. Different types of spatial experience is created using different volumes of spaces. After doing a comparative analysis of the case studies, the different aspects considered in the design are: 1. The build form to be influenced from the traditional building of Tawang. 2. To incorporate tribal activities to create a tribal visitor interaction. 3. The building arrangement will follow a cluster of closely packed buildings separated by steps, depicting the local street character of Arunachal Pradesh. 4. A vast open space in the central area will be provided, which will act as the main recreation space. Tawang, also known as the land of Monpas, is situated at a height of 3,500 meters from sea level. Tawang is believed to have derived its name from the Tawang Monastery, which is the second largest and oldest monastery in the world. The site is located in the place called Famla in Tawang, which is at a distance of 3 kilometers from the nearest town of Tawang. The site lies in the Tawang-Tezpur NH13 highway. The site lies at an altitude of 2,845 meters from sea level, with 22 degree slope oriented along the east-west direction. The climate is warm and temperate, that is, the humidity is low. The average temperature is 10.3 degrees Celsius, with January as the coldest month. The main vegetation are pine trees and rhododendron plants, along with some native trees and shrubs. The site has beautiful scenic views of the mountains. Arunachal Pradesh is a state rich in its flora diversity, which must be preserved and maintained, hence, the vegetation in the site must be preserved. Because of the warm, temperate climate having less humidity, steel structures can be used. The conclusion derived is that vast open space is present in the central portion of the site, hence, the buildings will be constructed in this space without causing any damage to the trees. The central open space will also be used as the recreation space. Concept. The concept of the design is to preserve and exhibit the tribal heritage and diversity of Arunachal Pradesh. Each tribe will have a gallery space of its own which will reflect the lifestyle of the particular tribe. The building arrangement and circulation will follow the vernacular style of Arunachal Pradesh. The build form will be influenced from the Tawang monastery. Religious elements such as the chorten, that is stupa, and prayer wheels will be used. An interaction between the tribals and the visitors will be created so that the visitors can experience the tribal lifestyle and incorporate in their activities. The interaction will be achieved through three ways. 1. Through talking, a platform for conversation between the tribal and the visitors. 2. Activity, by incorporating the visitors to be a part of tribal activities such as workshops where the local art and craft techniques will be displayed and taught to the visitors. Exhibits, the exhibits will be made by the tribal people itself using their ancient techniques, and the visitors will be allowed to touch and feel these exhibits. Tribal activity spaces will be provided in between different galleries to create a break for the visitors rather than moving continuously. In these spaces, the tribal people will be performing some activities such as singing, dancing, or small food kiosks, etc. The restaurant is given in the top floor of the main building, from where the views can be enjoyed. Zoning. The buildings are zoned in the central open space of the site as a cluster of closely packed buildings. The main building is the entry point of the museum, from where the visitors will be moving towards the galleries. The galleries are arranged around the main building in such a way that the end point of the museum tour is also the main building. An open air theatre is provided in the central area which can be accessed from the main building. It is a multi-purpose space. Number 7 is a tribal residence model. That is, the architecture of Arunachal Pradesh is divided into 3 types: high, medium and low altitude buildings, and here those houses will be recreated as museum exhibits. Site plan. The buildings are placed in the central open space of the site. Number 1 is the main building where the visitors first enter. The main building has 4 floors, which includes restaurant, which will provide the local cuisines of the tribe, an administrative floor, a research center where researches will be done on the tribes, a kids play area, an audio-visual room, and a souvenir shop. Number 2 to 13 are the galleries of the 10 tribes. Number 14, 15 and 16 are the 3 residence models, that is high, low and medium altitude residence models respectively. Number 17 and 18 are the workshop space, where the tribal craftsmen will be crafting items for the museum. The visitors will also be allowed to take part in the activity. Number 19 is the cafeteria. Number 20 is the open air theatre, which will act as a multi-purpose space. The visitors can relax after the tour of the museum in here. It can be used as a reading space for the researchers. This space will also be used as a tribal dance performance space. Number 21 are residences for the researchers, and number 22 are the residences for the staff. The researchers, as a part of their research, can visit the staff quarters and can experience the tribal lifestyle, as the museum will be run by the tribal people. Number 24 is a pedestrian pathway. After the tour of the museum, the visitors can use the walkway. The walkway on the upper side passes through the pine forest to reach the stupa, and the walkway on the lower side can be used by the visitors to visit the staff quarters, and it also passes through the area which will be the flora gallery, where the native trees will be planted and will be considered as exhibits. A cane suspension bridge of the Adi tribe is also provided as an aesthetic element. Visitors first arrive at the main building. The ground floor of the main building consists of the lobby and the ticket counter. In the first floor, there is the administrative section, the research center and the audio-visual room. In the second floor is the restaurant, and the basement floor consists of the kids play area, where the children will be taken care of by the staff while the parents can enjoy the museum. From the main building, the visitors will move to the Monpa Gallery. The Monpa Gallery is arranged in 2 levels, which is influenced from the multiple level construction of the Monpa tribe. In the upper level, at 2780, the exhibits are the agricultural equipments, construction tools, and household items. In the lower level, at 2777, the exhibits are in the form of real life sculptures which depicts the different activities of the tribe. From the Monpa gallery, the visitors will move to the Sherdukpan gallery, which is at level 2777. The Sherdukpan tribe is a small tribe, hence the gallery is arranged in a single level. In the central area of the gallery, the agricultural practices and the ancient trade system is shown using sculptures. The tools and the ornaments are displayed on the wall. From the Sherdukpan gallery at level 2777, the visitors come down to level 2774. Here, a tribal activity space is given. At the same level, the visitors will move to the high altitude residence model. This is placed here as the Monpa and the Sherdukpan tribe are high altitude tribes. From the high altitude model at level 2774, the visitors will come down to the Apatani gallery at 2770. The Apatani gallery is arranged in two levels, which is influenced from the tribe's dependence on their mountain irrigation system. That is, for their rice cultivation, they are dependent on the water from the mountains, for which irrigation channels are made so that the water can reach the plains. One part of the upper level will display the flow of water from the mountain irrigation channels, and the lower level, which is at level 2766, will display the rice cultivation system of the tribe using sculptures. The level 2766, the visitors will move to the Bugun Gallery. The arrangement of Bugun Gallery is influenced from the migration of the tribe from Tibet. After the entry at the top level, that is at level 2766, the visitors have to travel down through ramps. The exhibits are displayed along the walls of the ramps. At the bottom level, which is at level 2762, the hunting and agricultural activities of the tribe are displayed through sculptures. From level 2762 of the Bugun Gallery, the visitors will move to the Wancho Gallery at the same level. In between these two galleries is the next tribal activity space. The Wancho Gallery is arranged as two different galleries at two different levels. This arrangement is influenced from the tribe's migration from Nagaland. The lower level gallery, which is at level 2762, displays the migration of the tribe from Nagaland and also the sport of head hunting, which was popular when the tribes were Naga natives. The upper level gallery at level 2765 displays the Oraya festival of the tribe, which started after the settling of the tribe in Arunachal Pradesh. From level 2765 of Wancho Gallery, the visitors can then choose to go to the workshops or the cafeteria or the architectural and places gallery. They can visit all of the spaces or only the ones they wish to visit. The visitors reach the cafeteria at level 2765 after passing through the 6 galleries. So the cafeteria arrives in halfway of the museum tour. The cafeteria and amphitheater can be used as a resting space. The workshops are at level 2765. Here the tribal craftsmen will be making the tribal art and craft using their ancient techniques and tools. The items made here can be used as the exhibits of the museum. Here the visitors can interact with the tribal artist and can also take part in the art and craft making. The two workshops provided are the bamboo and paper making workshops and wood and ornament workshop. The architectural and places galleries are at level 2762. In the architectural gallery, the vernacular architecture of Arunachal Pradesh will be displayed using models. In the places gallery, the visitors can know about other places to visit in Arunachal Pradesh. In between the architectural and places gallery comes the low altitude residence model. From the workshop at level 2765 or from the places gallery at level 2762, the visitors then moves to the Mishmi gallery. The Mishmi tribe gives a lot of importance to their birth and death ceremonies, hence the whole gallery is arranged as a ramp starting at level 2762 and ending at level 2765. Along the ramp, the birth and death rituals of the tribe is displayed using sculptures. From level 2765 of Mishmi Gallery, the visitors move to the Khamti Gallery at level 2766. The Khamti tribe is a small tribe, hence the gallery is arranged in a single level. On one side of the gallery, the agricultural and hunting tools are displayed, and on the other side of the gallery, their tribal dance form is displayed using sculptures. From the Khamti Gallery, the visitors move to the Nishi Gallery. The Nishi Gallery is arranged in 3 levels, which is influenced from the tribe's terrace cultivation. The lower level is at 2766 and the upper level is at 2770. From the level 2770 of Nishi Gallery, the visitors arrive at the medium altitude residence model, which is at level 2773. From there, the visitors move to the Tagin Gallery, and in between is the next tribal activity space. The Tagin Gallery is arranged in three levels. The lower level is at 2773 and the top level is at 2777. From level 2777 of Tagin Gallery, the visitors move to the Adi Gallery. The Adi Gallery is also arranged in three levels. The lower level is at 2777 and the upper level is at 2780. From the level 2780 of Adi Gallery, the visitors arrive to the main building, and then they can go to the outdoor walkway, or they can go to the amphitheater or the restaurant. Residence model. In Arunachal Pradesh, three types of architectural pattern is followed according to the topography. All the typologies follow a similar pattern in their plans. All the houses have a main hall with a fireplace and acts as the common gathering space. The kitchen is also part of the gathering space. The number of rooms and size of the residence vary according to the number of people living. The three types are high altitude residence. Because of the uneven topography and hilly terrain, the houses are constructed using stone and timber as the core material. They are built as double-story residences. Low altitude residence. The low altitude houses are constructed using bamboo, timber, dry paddy straws and thatch grass for roof. The houses are raised on stilts and the area is used for keeping domestic animals. Medium altitude residence. Medium altitude houses have bamboo and timber as their core material. The houses are raised on stilts and the space is used for storing firewood. Special topic. The special topic is passive solar heating. It is one of several design approaches collectively called passive solar design, which when combined properly can contribute to the heating or cooling of a building. Passive solar heating systems does not require the use of mechanical equipment because the heat flow is by natural means, that is conduction, convection and radiation. The key components are aperture or collector, which is the glass window; absorber, the surface that absorbs the heat, that can be the walls, floors or partition; thermal mass, there are materials to retain the stored heat; distribution, method by which the heat is dissipated from the thermal mass; control, there are elements to control overheating such as shades or roof overhangs. In the design, passive solar heating is applied using following ways. 1. Throne wall, which are two walls with a cavity in between. Passage for air circulation is provided. 2. Cavity walls, which are walls given for the partition walls. 3. Direct gain, which is achieved by redirecting the sunlight to the floor. 4. Concrete floor and walls will act as the thermal mass, and the wooden flooring above the mass will act as the collector.